A prequel to a TV series, a supervillain as a mayor, narcolepsy, and a dancing virus. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about only good comics. I'm Brant, and this is Friday First. This is that series where we talk about those brand new #1 issues, new character debuts, new story arcs, and the like. And this is for books that are releasing on March 4th, 2026. Those descriptions are a few of the books that are in our top 10 list for this week's first. So I have no honorable mentions, no shout outs, no noteworthy comics this week. So we're going to get straight into those top 10. Before I do that, though, I do want to remind you of my brand new series, Jumping On Point. The first one was about Iron Man, though. If you have not checked those out yet, please go check them out on the channel. And let me know what you think, and let me know what the characters or titles you would like me to cover in that series. All right, so with no further ado, let's jump into our top 10. All right, coming in at number 10 is the X-Men Annual Issue #1. This is 32 pages for $4.99, written and illustrated by Ryan Stegman, also featuring art by Steve Scroce and Sanford Green. And this seems to be a story that takes place either outside of continuity or it's just kind of a side mission somewhere. Not exactly sure where this takes place or when this takes place. It could even be from another era of X-Men. I'm not exactly sure. It says an all-new mutant menace known as the Creationists is forcing 4 artists to visualize monsters that tear through reality. So I guess that's where your different artists come into the story. I don't know. The X-Men must survive an attack where imagination itself becomes the enemy, and they have to stop the Creationists before this nightmare vision consumes the world in this epic issue featuring several superstar guest artists. So interesting concept, kind of meta in a way. So that's kind of cool. I just don't know what to think about it. So that's why it's a little bit lower. It's written and illustrated by Ryan Stegman, who I'm a fan of, though. So I'm going to check it out. But I don't know. It's a weird story for an annual that doesn't seem to tie into anything else, but we'll see. But that's why the X-Men Annual comes in at number 10. Coming at number 9 is Star Wars Shadow of Maul issue #1. This is the prequel to the upcoming Disney Plus series. And it says this is a neon-lit, shadow-soaked maze of a planet called Janix that lies beyond the reach of the Empire, where Captain Brander Lawson is doing his best to navigate this lawless territory. He's joined by his partner, a droid called Two Boots, as they face off against scheming crime bosses, and as the looming threat of the Shadow Lord Maul nears. So this is leading up to Maul's reign. So that could be interesting, especially if you are a fan of the Disney Plus Star Wars series, which I am, of most of them. I haven't seen all of them. But also keep in mind that this is the first appearance of Brander Lawson and Two Boots, or Two Bot, however it says it 2 different ways. But it does note right there on the screen that this is the first appearance of those 2 characters. So if you are a collector and you're a big Star Wars fan, you might want to pay attention to that and pick this one up. But that's why Star Wars Shadow of Maul comes in at number 9. Coming in at number 8 is Moonstar issue #1, the latest Shadows of Tomorrow line of books for the X-Men characters. This one is 32 pages for $4.99, written by Ashley Allen, who did the Magic series, with art by Eduardo Audino, who I'm not familiar with. So there is a soul-sucking weapon that is set loose, and Danny has to track it down, but the wielder of this deadly weapon won't make it easy for her. After these recent tragedies, can Danny trust herself to save those closest to her, or are her self-doubts basically going to cripple her and cause even more bloodshed? Yeah. So it says this creative team lets the psychic bow-wielding mutant finally strike out on her own. Now, they've tried to do different things with Moonstar over the years, making her leaders in different versions of X-Men, different realities, so on and so forth. I like the character from the old days. I think she's cool, but nobody has really gotten a grasp on her as of yet. And I wasn't a huge fan of the Magic series, so I'm kind of on the fence with this one, which is why it's a little bit lower on the countdown here. But I would love for Moonstar to be a really good book. I would love for her to be a standout character and do something cool. So hopefully this would be that book. We'll have to wait and see. But that's why Moonstar issue 1 comes in at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is Batgirl issue number 17, 32 pages, $3.99. This continues to be written by Tate Bromble with art by Takeshi Miyazawa. And this is a brand new direction for Batgirl in the wake of DC K.O. We are finally out of the previous story arc that has been going on for 16 issues, basically. And now Batgirl has come back to Gotham, but she's woken up with these new twisted abilities of the blood, the power to wield and control her own blood like a weapon, much like the character in the Boys spinoff. God, what was that series called? I watch it and I can't think of the name of it. But if you've seen the Boys spinoff series on Amazon Prime, there's a character in there that can control her blood, and so it seems like these are very similar abilities. I'm a couple of issues behind on Batgirl, so I don't quite remember this, but yeah, that's kind of interesting. She also has a reunion with the Bat family, but of course that is cut short because she has to confront these blood relatives for answers and a way to reverse this curse that has been cast upon her. So yeah, is she leveled up or leveled down? We don't know, but it does say, and maybe this will be in a future episode of Jumping On Point, because it does say this issue is a perfect jumping on point for new readers of this hit series as the Curse of the Blood begins here. So if you would like to see me do an episode on Batgirl, specifically Cassandra Cain, and a good jumping on point for the character, let me know in the comments below. Maybe I'll do that. But I'm excited for a new direction for this title. It's taken a while to get here, and I'm looking for something fresh for Cassandra Cain. So hopefully this is it, and this takes us into a fun new direction for the character. But we'll have to wait and see. But that's why Batgirl issue number 17 comes in at number 7. Coming in at number 6 is a new title from Mad Cave called Exploit issue number 1. This is 32 pages for $4.99, written by Tim Leong and Laura Hudson, with art by Emiliana Pina. And so this features a 30-something journalist who uncovers this big secret about this millionaire named Cole Saxon. The journalist's name is Kirby Kuo, and she tends to do what she wants, and she publishes it and deals with the repercussions afterwards. But the violence and vengeance that follow this shocking revelation that she publishes is like nothing she could have expected, anticipated, and now it's put her and her roommate, who is an agoraphobe, which means they're afraid to leave their apartment or their home, and the writing staff of the magazine Riot, to bring to justice a world where the rich get what they want without consequences. So it's describes itself as a timely, biting satire of the state of American tech oligarchy with a pop punk edge. So that sounds pretty cool to me. That sounds pretty interesting. It sounds like the kind of stuff that I like to watch and read. So I'm definitely curious about this one, and I can't wait to try it out. And that's why Exploit issue 1 from Mad Cave comes in at number 6. Coming in at number 5 is Speed Racer issue number 6. This took a 2-month hiatus, kind of building anticipation for this second arc of the series. The first arc was fantastic, very emotional. If you did not check it out, you definitely should. I recommend it. It had a lot of great emotional beats. It had a lot of action, a lot of tension. And if you're a fan of the classic Speed Racer stuff, this will be very familiar, but it'll also be fresh and painted with a modern brush, if you will. So now we are entering the second arc, the Racer's Revenge, as a new challenger has resurrected the GRX engine and declares war on the entire Racer family. So Speed is racing to defend Pop's legacy, and old wounds start to flare up. So I'm excited about this new art. Can't wait to read it. That's why Speed Racer issue number 6 comes in at number 5. Coming in at number 4 is X-Men issue number 26. Yes, the third technically X-Men title, the second with the X-Men actual title on the book here. X-Men issue number 26 from Marvel, 32 pages, $4.99, written by, of course, Jed MacKay, with art by Nitho Diaz or pencils by Nitho Diaz. And this is the start of a new arc. This is Danger Room Part 1, as several crises hit the X-Men all at once at the worst possible time, because obviously they're dealing with the fallout of the age of Krakoa. I mean, not the age of Krakoa, the age of Revelation and all of that stuff. So now the team is being split up across the planet to deal with all of these different things that are going on. There's a ghost ship in international waters. There's a maximum security prison in Europe, bloodshed in Alaska, and now they're having to face a foe like they've never seen before on top of everything else. This is Legacy number 326. So yeah, this could be an exciting time for the X-Men. It feels like we're getting back to some familiar territory with X-Men actually going out on missions and all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited for this one. We'll see what happens, but that's why X-Men issue number 26 comes in at number 4. All right, top 3. Coming in at number 3 is Poison Ivy issue number 42. This is the start of Mayor Ivy. This is supposedly a really good jumping on point for the character, because all the buildup, everything that's happened previously, from what I understand, I have not been reading it consistently, but I read some at the beginning of the series, and then I've read the past couple of issues. It's kind of put her into this place, but now she's back in Gotham. She's now the mayor of Gotham City, and with Vandal Savage as the police commissioner and everything, and it's kind of a weird time to be in Gotham. So this definitely feels like a new twist for Poison Ivy, a new direction for the character, and I'm excited to kind of jump in here and see what this is all about. She has ascended to the role of mayor, and she has her own vision for Gotham's future, but how far will she go to protect it? And it says, let's just say things are going to get pretty bloody. So this continues to be written by G. Willow Wilson, who's been writing this for a while now, with art by Marcio Takara, who's also been on the art for quite a while as well, I do believe. So yeah, still the same creative team, but a brand new story arc, brand new direction. So if you've been looking for a place to jump into Poison Ivy, this might be a good place. I'm excited for it. Been hearing a lot of good things about the series, and that's why Poison Ivy issue 42 comes in at number 3. Coming in at number 2 from Vault Comics is Nectar issue number 1. This is this week's big hype indie book. Every week here lately, we've had one or two books that just go crazy. They pop up on eBay early for astounding prices, and this is one of those. For whatever reason, the spec market is blowing up on some of these books. This particular book is 24 pages for $3.99, written by Jeremy Robinson, with art by Anna Paolo Martello and Francesco Francini. All right, so I'm just going to read the description here. An island village of Salem, Massachusetts is inundated by a strange species of butterflies that spread the dancing plague and have a very particular taste in nectar, human blood. New York Times bestselling author Jeremy Robinson and Italian phenom artist, the ones I just mentioned, horrify readers with the quaint village's descent into madness. So obviously the town of Salem has a lot of history, and it is used in a lot of fiction as well. So that's kind of an interesting setting for the book. Obviously the hype around this book is real, so we'll have to see what this is all about. I haven't read a lot from Vault, but I have heard a lot of good things about Vault Comics. So I'm very curious about this one. I'm very curious what the hype is about. But there is one other book that caught my interest just a little bit more, and that's why Nectar issue number 1 comes in at number 2. And finally, coming in at number 1 from Image Comics is a new book called Narco, issue number 1, 32 pages for $3.99, written by Doug Wagner with art by Daniel Hilliard. And this is about a dude with narcolepsy. So, or narcolepsy, sorry. Marcus Westfall has a rare form of narcolepsy. When he gets excited, he passes out. He's adapted homebound life, a harmless infatuation with the girl next door, but when he witnesses her murder and collapses, he becomes suspect number one. Now he must leave his apartment to pursue a killer. This is right up my alley. I love this art style. It reminds me of Plush, and I forget what the other one was like that. Also, the Fashion Killer one. It's just very much in that vein, and I just love the concept. This dude has narcolepsy, and because of that, he's put himself in a lot of trouble, a lot of danger. He's going to go out there and chase a killer. How are you not going to get excited? He's going to be falling asleep. He could put himself in danger. He could put other people in danger. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a fun ride. I think this is right up my alley. I cannot wait to read this. It just sounds like such a fun concept that I cannot wait to dig into. And that's why Narco issue 1 comes in at number 1. And there you have it. There is the top 10 for this week's episode of Friday First. I hope you enjoyed this list. Let me know in the comments below which of these titles you're looking forward to. Is Nectar one of them? Are you one of the spec buyers for this, or are you just excited and curious like me on what this is all about, what the hype's all about? Are you buying into the hype? Are you excited for Narco or Poison Ivy as the mayor of Gotham City? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. And hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss any of the content on the channel, including that new series, Jumping On Point. Of course, you can follow me across social media at Only Good Comics, or type in onlygoodcomics.com to take you right back to this YouTube channel where we talk about only good comics. Until next time, thanks for watching. Take care. Keep reading those comics, and I'll see you soon.